Hey everybody, Reginald Konga and Dr. Milk back with Sonic CD.
Yes.
So since Middle Sonic is in this game, should we
Yes.
talk about all his appearances in Sonic?
Well, we don't really need to talk about all his
So I'm assuming you don't want to talk
appearances.
I'm assuming you don't want to talk about the Sonic Forces version where he got the shit kicked out of him and it wasn't even that hard.
Well, to be fair, in Sonic Forces, that wasn't the real Metal Sonic. That was just like a clone.
Yeah,
Same with.
I legit.
Plus Chaos got like the short end of the stick in that.
He did, but like.
You don't even get to fight Chaos. He's in like
he got
the cutscenes and that's it. Yeah, but you don't get to fight him. He's only ever in the cutscenes.
I meant like Middle Sonic took him out, and he was like, you know, I don't really feel like trying again. I think I'll just lose. I'll accept the loss. It doesn't. I don't give a fuck. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know why that didn't count as time traveling. What was on screen just a second ago. I'm sure you did. I'm sure you weren't paying attention, Dr. Bill.
I was. You was bouncing on the springs.
Okay, you said you weren't paying attention in the last part. I like to wonder if that's actually.
You should learn. I fade in and out of attention.
Yeah, I know. I know that, but I mean, like, I can't tell unless I ask.
Yeah.
Did you see that Twitter post where someone got the time of 4:20:69 on like Rail Canyon and Sonic Heroes?
Let's just correct you there. You said, "Did I see that Twitter post?" Now, what do we know about me? I do not have Twitter. I do not use Twitter. So how would I see the Twitter post?
I figured maybe I don't know. I figured it would be a conversation starter. Oh, we're going to the good feature of Metallic Madness. Can we talk about Metal Sonic now and some not all, but like some of his appearances and like how he's floating in that green goo and like SA1's Mystic Ruins base.
He was just taking a bath. Calm down.
No,
Sonic's a pervert for watching it.
You made this real awkward real quick. I don't want to restart, so I'm gonna ignore you.
Boy, you don't watch a man while he takes a bath, even if he's a robot.
That consciousness is not.
What?
I legit feel like we should maybe restart.
No. Anyway. Metal Sonic is one of my favourite characters.
Yeah, he's... I don't know if he's one of my favorites or not. He's like, you know, if you're playing Sonic for the story, you're gonna get disappointed. In a major way.
If you're playing Sonic, you're gonna get disappointed. Full stop.
Well, not Sonic 3 Knuckles or Sonic 2 and shit.
Some people are disappointed. Not everyone likes the same sort of game.
No, it was general advice. You've ruined the joke now.
Yes, I have. I ruin a lot of things.
This is getting really awkward now. I don't know if we should stop.
Okay, let's actually talk about Metal Sonic then.
Okay.
Which is your favourite rendition of Metal Sonic?
I don't know. Do movies? Does that movie count?
The movies and the comics count.
Okay, well, I kind of like. I guess my favorite would be Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, the 2-episode anime it was. Not his voice. It's not perfect because like his voice is kind of like I am a robot kind of voice.
I really liked Sonic's voice in that.
Oh, I did too, but like a lot of people. Do you like Tails' voice? Because like
I wasn't keen on Tails' voice.
Okay, because I was about to say, man, like lots of people have trouble with his voice. Like I've heard that like even people who like the voiceover, because a lot of people don't like the voiceover acting in that game. I do, but like even the people who do like that voice do not like hearing Tails' fucking voice in that movie. It sounds like he's got a cold.
Like, one of the things in that movie that I'm always like, with is like, it just shows Knuckles straight up flying. Not gliding.
Not gliding, it's just him
like
able
flying.
to fly, and that would make him OP.
Yeah.
He could break down
It's like he is the
walls
power
and
of the team and the flyer of the team.
Yeah, Tails is freaking sissy according to that. But I also don't get why Knuckles is Sonic's best friend when they don't live together like Sonic and Tails do.
Tails is Sonic's best friend.
No, in the movie they say Knuckles says I'm Sonic's best. Well, in the dub anyway, but I haven't seen the original version in Japanese. But like the dub, he says.
Well, Knuckles is just a little lying asshole, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. But I like how the old man has Sonic's clothes that we've never seen Sonic wear, and they're like really fucking awful clothes.
You mean that old owl?
Yeah, the old owl. What did I say?
You said old man.
Well, I mean, he is. Sonic calls him old man like he's human, so I figured it was okay.
Well, technically, man and woman isn't a human thing. Like, you can have a male dog.
Then why did you correct me when I said?
Because I am an asshole.
You are. You're insulting my gameplay all the time. Getting the fucking time stones was fucking hard. You need to admit that.
I shall never admit that.
Yeah, well,
But we can talk about yeah. Wait, that movie was to go along with the CD, wasn't it?
No, it came out like '96. That CD came out in '93, so I don't think it came along with it. But it was by the same animation studio, I think.
Alright. I don't know why, but I had it in my head like
no, it didn't come out at the same time. It was also a 2-episode anime as opposed to it was also a 2-episode anime as opposed to like actually being a Sonic movie.
Yeah.
We should get around to making that video post that someone supposedly leaked like details about the script. And like it was obviously bullshit, but like I think it would be nice to like overanalyze it for like 5 minutes and then talk about like what we'd actually like to see in a Sonic movie.
What we'd like to see in a wasn't there at one point supposed to be like a Sonic live action movie?
I think it was supposed to be a CGI hybrid, like that fan film they made. That was absolutely trash. Like, it wasn't as bad as that other... There was another one called the Sonic fan film, and it was by that guy, a Knothole resident, that overreacted to Sonic 4, and then, like, we found out he had a kind of a questionable fetish. I'm not making that up. The person who's watching this is from Twitter is going to be like, what the fuck is he talking about? I thought Knothole resident was just a guy overreacting to Sonic 4, and then he looks it up and he's like, oh shit. Seven Granddad, please leave us a comment telling us that you did do that and that you felt disgusted afterwards.
Well, why do you gotta... Maybe he likes that sort of stuff. You don't know.
I think he's... I assume...
Why do you gotta kink shame people?
I mean, it's the adult baby fetish. I know. I tolerate a lot of shit, like, on the weird side of DeviantArt, but, like, that's... I don't know if that's necessarily where I draw the line, but that's where I started saying, okay, this is kind of weird, and this is probably something I should have on a separate account.
I mean, it's something I don't get, but it's not something I'm gonna shame someone. If they like it, whatever.
Well, I mean, it kind of gets into pedo... This is a Sonic playthrough, and we're talking about pedophilia.
Fine, do you want to talk about furries and bestiality instead?
Well,
I mean, that will be a little closer to Sonic then, won't it?
Yeah, I thought you were trying to say that like, bestiality was, like, not as bad as pedophilia. I don't know what you were trying to say.
I was trying to say there's, like, a very thin line between bestiality and, furry.
Oh was fucking bullshit, by the way. It generated right in front of me. Look, I'm all the way back at the beginning. Aren't you happy I left that in?
Do you know what? Why don't since these spikes always kill Sonic in one hit or two if he has range, wouldn't it make sense if Eggman built a giant robot
They just shot
covered in spikes?
I think it would make more sense in Mega Man though. Like that kills Mega Man in one hit no matter what. Unless he has invincibility frames.
Fine, because of the Archie comics, we know that Mega Man and Sonic have had a crossover. Dr. Wily and Dr. Eggman team up, make a giant spiky robot, and kill both Sonic and Mega Man. Are you happy?
Why can't we just have like a wall that Sonic can't jump over that's like taller than the sky and deeper than the gates of hell and just wait for his time to run out?
Because in some games we have seen Sonic run up walls.
No, I meant in the classic games. This is Sonic CD after all.
I know, but like have you seen Sonic
cutscene.
06?
Fuck.
So it'd make more sense just to have a spiky robot.
Well, I mean, that's just for show. I mean, like, Sonic can't actually do that in the games.
I know.
Also, why the fuck can he, like, just spin... I'm surprised he can jump that high when he goes through the rock at the beginning. Or at the end of that cutscene that plays at the beginning.
Obviously, Sonic doesn't use his full speed and power when you're playing as him in the game. Duh.
I like how... some people, like, don't get that, and they're like, what? Like, fuck. But, I always assumed that, like, well, that's more of a Pokemon thing. I was about to say, I'll say something like, well, I always kind of assumed this was a visual representation of they actually are traveling at the speed of sound, but the game can't handle that, so it's like a representation. That's more for Pokemon where you're like, or like every...
in the battle.
No, I mean like in the overworld. I figured it was a representation where like when you take a step forward, that's actually like 1 meter or something. Because the buildings don't make.
Oh,
sense.
how like in the Pokemon anime, towns are actually big, but in the Pokemon.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And also the buildings don't make sense because they're like way bigger than, or they're bigger on the inside. Is what I'm trying to say.
One of the funniest things I always find in RPGs is where, like, the hero just breaks into people's houses.
Yeah, that's...
like, every RPG ever.
Yeah, every RPG
you just, like,
ever.
bust into people. Like, well, that's why I like in, like, what is it, like, South Park. Yeah, Stick of Truth. Where you open the door and there's, like, 2 people having sex. It's like, what the fuck's going on?
I prefer the one where that guy's fucking a horse. And
yeah, you would.
Closes the door.
Talking about fetishes. You would like that?
No, dude, it's funny because he's fucking a horse. This is a damn train wreck.
Yeah, but it's a good sort of train wreck.
It is. It's kind of like the first podcast we did before it went downhill.
Yeah. See, we always have, like, on and off days.
Yeah, we do. I like to wonder how many hours I've spent playing this, trying to get a perfect playthrough. I wanted, and then I got it, and now we're talking over it and just being dicks.
Well, it's not a perfect playthrough.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant, like, good enough. Why do you have to ruin, why do you have to crush my dreams every 5
because
minutes?
I don't like the word perfect.
I don't like the word unique, but you don't see me stopping everyone on whatever fucking social media site you use. I don't even know which one it is, but you're like...
That I?
Yeah, which one do you use? Specify.
I use quite a few.
You use Pornhub.
Yes, I... Have you ever read comments on Pornhub? They're hilarious. They're one of my favorite things about them.
Why do they install a comment section on Pornhub?
I don't know, but they're hilarious. Like, not all, obviously, but some are just amazing.
I don't fucking get that.
Like a really funny meme is, It was like, oh yeah, what guys really want, and it shows Pornhub, and then it scrolls down to the comments, and it shows like the guys just talking about Dragon Ball Z in the comments. It's like, oh.
Wait, was he requesting like a Bulma fetish pic or something?
No, they were just talking about like the latest episode of Dragon Ball Super.
Why?
I don't know.
I
That's why the comments are hilarious.
That was a mistake, okay? That was objectively a mistake. Why would you have a comment section? Like, it'd be one thing if it was like DeviantArt and there just happened to be porn on it. The fact that it's dedicated to porn, I'm like, no, that's fucking a dumb idea. You should not have.
Well, it's a way of
I mean, I can understand
people to contact the creators of those videos to ask for certain stuff.
Anyway.
So then Pornhub can expand that
I should
database.
probably get my porn from Pornhub instead of just relying on people pirating that shit. Like the one, like, you know, some of that stuff you need a credit card for, so I get it pirated. Why the fuck are we talking about pornography?
I don't know, you brought it up.
Oh yeah, it was because we were talking about the South Park game where you like, where like you barge into people's houses for no reason. I legit feel like editing this later. Like, I don't think we should start over, but I think I should like edit some of that stuff.
It's up to you. You do what you want.
Anyway,
you control all of that.
It's a fucking simulation, and Lich is in control of it. Lich is one of the people. I don't know why I made that joke when you have no idea who Lich is, but like he's this guy in this other chat that we go to on Cartoon Amino, and like we have these fake arguments and stuff, and he kind of god mods when he's doing it. He like says he always jumps out of the way and that he can't get hurt and shit. And I'm like, this isn't as fun when you do that. You're supposed to let me. You're supposed to like when we fake fight. You know, we have these kamehamehas and like I actually hit you and kill you and stuff. And you're all like, thanks a lot. Now I'm fucking dead. But
yeah, that's what I don't like. Like when people make OCs and they're like OP, like they have no weaknesses and they're perfect and it's just annoying and stupid. It's like when people like roleplay on Amino and like bring in like bullshit.
Can I say, in addition to that, it's kind of annoying when you're like looking up at how to actually improve your art, or not art, but like original characters, and you actually want to make some, but you're like, and then every video on YouTube is like, oh, you shouldn't make a Mary Sue or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I kind of know that already. Can you give me something new? It's like every guy that comes up in the first Google search is like that, and except for like this one video, I don't know if it would come up in the search results, but it was like, I'm like, thank you for not making this a bunch of Mary Sue, anti-Mary Sue stuff. Like, it was actually about the bio and like the poses that the characters in and shit. Anyway, we're nearing the final boss, so I can actually hit him.
I also think it's stupid when people just get like already made characters and just like recolor them and say, oh yeah, here's my guy.
I think that's a little dated though. I mean, like, we haven't seen that.
No, people still do it.
I don't doubt
honestly,
that people still do it. I just think it was way more popular back in like 2008 or something. Well, it wasn't that long ago that it was popular, but you get the idea. It's kind of died down. It's still not good or anything.
Yeah.
It's like I'm kind of more forgiving of that just because they're 14 and they're probably not gonna understand criticism yet. You gotta understand, like, people are fucking what?
I'm not. If someone's making a stupidly overpowered character, I'll say
No, I'm not saying they're immune to criticism. I'm saying like I'm a little more forgiving. Forgiving does not equal I'm okay with it. If that makes sense. Like.
Alright, fair enough.
So anyway, this boss, it's actually possible to no-hit run this guy, but like, at one point, fucking Sonic Retro said it was impossible to hit him the first time without taking a hit. It's kind of wrong, but anyway, I think there was one take I did with this playthrough where I hit him the first time I was getting hit, and then I got hit by something else later in the fight. But anyway. Should we start talking about Pokemon? We haven't done that this part yet.
I mean, it's not required, but we can do.
One thing I've never noticed before now is that, like, Eggman kind of quietly leaves the screen and shit after he starts blowing up. I've never really paid attention to that. I usually do in most games, but here I'm like, I was more focused on Sonic and Amy Rose and shit.
Amy wants some of that Sonic D. Some of that non-existent Sonic D.
There are some people who legit believe that, like, Sonic retracts his dick into his body, and I'm like, dude, it's a cartoon.
Well, to be fair, like, dogs and stuff do that, don't they? And so do, like, horses and
well,
shit.
Kind of, but, like, you can still see it a little
hedgehogs.
bit on dogs, but, like, Sonic, there's clearly no hole, and I'm like, dude, it's a cartoon. Oh,
obviously, it opens up and comes out, and I don't know. No.
So, I should just title, I should title this something really sexual. Like, I can't wait for that part of Sonic, the SA2 playthrough, if we ever fucking do it, where, like, we just call it Rouge the Bat is a dirty slut, and then there's another part later on where it just says Rouge the Bat is still a dirty slut, like South Park. I love that episode title. I love the first season of South Park, by the way.
I like it. It's just like the audio and the animations, you know, quite dated.
Well, I mean, I wasn't arguing that. That's part of the charm to me personally, but I can understand why people wouldn't like it.
It's like when you go to watch like the first season of like Simpsons, and there's like so many animation errors, and like the characters don't sound right.
Yeah, some people actually like the first season of The Simpsons animation. I'm like, this is fucking trash, okay? There's like one good scene of animation. Well, it's kind of bad art, good animation, that particular scene, but like other parts are just fucking bad. But anyway, there was one scene where it actually did look a little bit like a theatrical Disney, not like the art style, just the animation style. It looked like a Disney animation actually put effort into it, and then like most of it is just really ugly. Anyway,
it's like that with like if you look at like the first season of like Family Guy or the first season of like American Dad.
I personally think that like I don't know about American Dad, but I think that I still might prefer the look of Family Guy from the second season. I mean, Family Guy is kind of confusing though, because like, it's confusing in general. But I mean, like the second season is actually like the first 7 episodes are actually from season 1, but they didn't air until season 2, and it's confusing.
Like one thing that I do like about stuff like Family Guy, Futurama, American Dad, South Park, all that, is like they have like a giant expanded cast. Like they've got the main characters.
I like that.
But then
minor characters too.
Yeah, and like certain minor characters will have like big roles in certain episodes.
Yeah, they do.
I like that. But one thing I don't like is like they have like ship continuity.
I don't really care that much about continuity if it suits the show better to not have strong continuity. Oh, and by the way, we're almost at the end of this part, but
yeah, I know.
I kind of think that it kind of depends on the show. I'm not gonna expect Aqua Teen Hunger Force to show up at these talking food items to fucking have continuity, you know?
Okay.
I
guess
think
we should.
South Park kind of has good continuity from what I personally.
Oh
heard.
no, South Park does. South Park has better continuity compared to like The Simpsons.
Family Guy has no canon. Like even the wiki agrees with that. They're like.
Alright. Anyway, we should end this.
No, I want to say one last thing that like. There are episodes where Brian and Stewie are fucking Siamese twins, and it like makes no fucking sense at all from like a continuity standpoint. Fuck. Okay, bye.
Bye everyone.